record this now. Okay, so a few things right here that we discussed on the last call was, let me see, I'm trying to look here. How many of you have opened up a team page? You can just raise your hand because you're all muted. Anybody? Nobody? Oh. Yay, good. Who the hell's that up there? Chris. I think Chris, did Chris open up her own page? Yeah? Did you open up your team page, Chris? Yeah, okay, so Lindsay said yes. Okay, we're just fine with this. Okay, so yay. I know that Leslie couldn't get on the call tonight because she has, it's her husband's birthday, so, but she did add me to it, so I know she did it, so let's all make sure we tell Trent happy birthday. I forgot to do that today. How many people have started working on their goals for 2015? You can raise your hand. Did y'all hear me? Oh no, everybody froze. Fuck. Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, we do.
I'm muting up. I was frozen. Did everybody start working on their goals? Yes? Yeah, okay. I would like to make sure that by like the 15th of the month that you guys, 15th obviously of December, that you guys start posting your goals. I have a piece of paper where I wrote everything down and I keep adding to it. And there's a few things I struck off because I know that Louise and I, when we went 2 or 3 weeks ago, we're like, oh, it'd be cool to be like a speaker for John Maxwell. And then it kind of started to sound like an MLM. And so it was not something that we really wanted to do. And it would be time consuming to scratch off the list. So, these goals that you make are not set in stone, but you don't want to wait till December 1st. And this is something that, I've shared time and time again about the goals, writing your goals down, make it real. Make sure that you do this, because if you don't see it in front of you, if you don't put it on paper, if you don't think about it every day, it's really hard to actually make happen. I found, because I'm old school and I'm visual, and I know a lot of people are too, is, writing it down with your own hand instead of just typing it or putting it in some pretty little font in some little app is not the same, because I have my goals from that I wrote out in the end of 2012 for 2013. So, I really suggest that all of you do the same. And these are the things that you can have on a notepad or wherever you keep it and put on your refrigerator, or take pictures progressively and share it with your team. This is how you're going to get people to see these things. Whenever you write your goals down, they become real. And most of our goals are tied to other people, whether it's your spouse or whether it's your team or whatever. So make sure you're doing this, because it wasn't until my coach Becky started making me write goals down that I started hitting them consistently over and over and over and over again. So I do definitely encourage you guys to do this. And as a leader of your team, you're going to want to do this yourself and teach your team to do it. If you just say, hey, it'd be nice if you hit Success Club, or it'd be nice if you hit Emerald, or if you whatever, then that's just it's if it happens, it happens. Well, these things don't happen coincidentally. You have to work for it, really hard. I hope a lot of you, we've talked about this several times, but this was something I talked about on the last call, is making sure you implement the color code. I had the question and answer call that I did with Astrid last night, kind of as a trial run. I told her, I talked about the color code, so she went and took it. Well, she's a red and blue. That's why her and Louise and I get along so freaking well. And, because I was talking about it last night, because so many people, or somebody asked, well, how do you get your challenge groups going? And as you can see in our rank advancement run group that we have right now, I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but a lot of Chris's teams are the only ones that are really posting in there regularly now. And so as you can see, the participation fizzles down, and so, and I've seen so many people who stop what they're doing. I'm pretty sure that Lindsay and Chris and Lacey and, I know Sarah posts sometimes in there and Robin does, but I'm pretty sure that we started off with like almost 30 people in the rank advancement run. The people that I just mentioned that are consistently commenting or acknowledging the group, they'd be pretty pissed off if I just shut down the group and stopped posting because the other 20 people weren't doing anything, So it's the same thing about a challenge group. And so, the one thing that I want to make sure that you guys do and that you translate to your team is that, you know, you really have a 1 to 2%, and actually it's a higher percentage in the rank advancement run, but you have a very low percentage of the people who actually start, who actually finish. And the biggest thing is, you know, things we all know, it all comes up. You know, I know Alina has tons of homework going on. I've had a lot of personal issues. You know, in the past, Louise has had health issues. Melissa Galway's pregnant. You know, we all have normal stuff. So, you know, this doesn't mean that these people don't want the same thing, but, you know, make sure that you're working with the willing. Like tonight, I was like, oh God, I'm so tired. I was like, I don't want to do this call, not because you don't deserve it, but I'm just exhausted. And Ryan's like, well, why don't you just record calls in the afternoon and then send it to them in the evening? I'm like, sure, Ryan, this is a business and I am a leader and this is something I committed to. I said, you wouldn't just go and start a business and leave a to-do list for your employees and then leave all day and then check up with them the next day to do it. So the biggest thing is to follow through with your commitment. And then, you know, I told him, I was like, well, I only know, you know, Alina and Robin were the only ones who said, I will for sure be on. Oh, and then Melissa. And he was like, well, that's not all of them. And I've heard this from so many people. And this is, I'm kind of getting into what else I was talking about doing team calls, is the fact that I've heard this time and time again from people who say, well, I don't get, you know, not a lot of people show up to, you know, my challenge groups or show up on my team calls or when I do this. Well, the thing is, if only one person does it, then that's the person that you run with. You know, you don't just shut down and stop doing the things that are necessary for your team just because everybody doesn't do it. Because, I mean, I think all of us know there's been times, you know, even last week I didn't get on the Diamond Run call because of Emily's party, but that doesn't mean you just stop. So make sure that you're working with the willing and that you are giving your time to the ones that have the ability to do it because they want to do it, because they've shown the interest, because they ask the right questions, because, you know, they have minimal things that are distracting them in their life at the moment, whatever it is. But don't stop doing the things just because only one person does it. And I can't get that across to people enough because I hear this from other teams too. I wanted to know, people, did y'all hear anything I said? No? Fuck. Hold on. Can one person tell me what you heard me say? What was the last one?
Work with the willing.
Work with the willing was the last, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Did you hear anything that I said about Ryan? About what the call? Yeah. No.
Yeah. Work with the willing, even if it's one person.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
and that Ryan said just record it and you were.
okay, good. I just want to make sure you heard all that. So make sure that you do that and make sure that you do the
Yeah.
things that are necessary to get your team going. Because, you know, people always tell me, oh, it seems like your team's doing so great. Well, I'm almost 3 years into being a coach, and so obviously I've picked up people along the way. However, if you actually looked at my downline and seen how many people were really actually working the business, it would be about the same percentage that many of you have. You know, unless you're an Emerald coach and only have 2 discount coaches, well, then obviously not. But the thing is, find the people that are willing to work and, you know, you give them assignments. So this is what you should be doing to get on track, and the ones that are doing it. And, you know, if they don't do it, that doesn't, you just treat them more like, you know, a customer or a challenger, and you check in with them. But, you know, keep working with one. Even if your team call consists of one person getting on, that's the person who wants it. So make sure that, you know, one thing I said on the call last night was to kind of take a look about the color code and learn the color code. I have those color code cheat sheets that I gave one to Stephanie Sheffield last month for being the coach of the month, but I think you can buy them for $10 through colorcode.com. Get those because you can kind of look at the people and actually in the file section in the Relentless Leaders, there are scanned copies of them, but they're big, you know, 8x10 sheets. The ones that you can get through color code come in a little plastic sleeve, like in their business card size. So they're kind of nice to carry. But that's how you look at your challengers. The people who, you know, you see that they see the post, they never comment. Those are probably white personalities. Those are the people you don't want to call out and tag them. Like, hey, Sue, where have you been? I haven't seen you post any workouts. Those people are going to pull away. So find out what motivates and how you get them going. We've talked about this before on calls. You know, Gabri's a red. She is motivated by competition. So is Louise. You know, if I want to get those two going, I'm like, let's do a friendly competition. So, you know, everybody's motivated a different way. So this is where you learn the color code. This is going to help you build better relationships with people and understand and motivate people on what motivates them. And then you're going to have a working team. And it's hard because, I posted something last night from the Dale Carnegie in the book that I'm reading. And it's like, and I say this all the time, and when I bitch about the kids, how much homework they have and stuff, it's like, if only schools taught people how to deal with other people and deal with relationships, we wouldn't have so many screwed up marriages and so many screwed up kids and so many, people losing jobs because, we don't know how to deal with people. And I think that's why Beachbody is great, is that, you see relationships strengthened and new relationships with people formed. Let's see what else. I did not do it myself, so if you didn't do it, I'm not going to be mad at you. But I need to go in and do the feedback on Shakeology on Amazon, like Keyshawn asked us to do 2 weeks ago. I didn't do it. She did ask us as a favor, and that actually drives our business. So make sure that you do that. I'm going to schedule that this weekend because all my training groups are going to be shut down this weekend. So that gives me a little bit of break because I've been running so many groups. It's ridiculous. One thing I wanted to say, just 2 things, and then we'll end the call because, it's late and I can't even think straight. But, I posted as part of the Emerald to Diamond document that we're running the rank advancement run. I'm using that and I'm adding in some of my own stuff. Well, there was the call from the Jessica Nelson that I posted in the rank advancement run day. If you skip to 12 minutes, you can bypass all the announcements and the recognition. But I listened to what she said, and she's amazing. And I mean, I didn't know her story. I've seen her at events and, met her, casually, but I didn't realize she was a waitress just a couple years ago. Like how many, I think so many people see this as that you have to be somebody who's always been into health and fitness, or you have to be some marketing guru and, or whatever. And like, she was a waitress, and just kind of just getting by. And, look at what she's done. And she's in Sandy Max 30, the one of the cast members, and just like Danielle Katz, she was a school teacher, somebody who had kids really young and was just a normal person. And, I've gotten to know her, and look, she's been in Sandy Max 30, the Insanity rounds that they teach the instructors with, and Asylum 2. And I mean, she's Shanti's best friend. These, look at where they all started just like us, normal people, with kids and, things from our past that, maybe, we were not really proud of, or, not really a successful person, and look where they are. So you can definitely do the same thing. But if you didn't listen to the call, I really urge you to do it. It's like 20 or 30 minutes. When I was doing my invites today, I listened to it. And then I re-listened to it again, because obviously when you're multitasking, you don't absorb a lot. And I listened to it again. And, I saw that Lindsay did start implementing that immediately. And, and that's why Lindsay has been Diamond in 42 days. Everything that anybody's cranked out, whether it's Chris or me or somebody in the group or Gabri, I've noticed she implements and she personalizes her own way. Because like she said time and time again, why reinvent the wheel? She's looking at Chris, who's been successful, and Gabri and myself, and the tools that she has been given through the national wake-up calls and everything. And she's doing this. And, I've watched Melissa Galway watch me for a year. And then she started implementing the things that she saw that led to, me being a successful coach. So make sure that if you want to be successful, if you want to do stuff, that you start implementing it. Doesn't mean you have to do it exact, and it doesn't mean that everything that you do is going to, quantify into something super successful, or even at the pace somebody else did, because everybody's audience is different. But the thing is, don't just say you're not going to do it or it won't work without actually trying it, and without trying it a couple times. Because if you try it the way Mindy says to do it, Jessica Nelson says to do it, Becky or Christina or Danielle or whoever it is you're following that you connect with, and you are feel comfortable with, it doesn't always work for your audience. So make sure you do it. But I, listened to what she was saying. And the one thing that really got me going was inviting people into our team page. So I thought that was pretty interesting, because I've been running these coach sneak peeks, and it's a lot of work. If any of you have been in the team Relentless, is it for me? It's a lot of work. And it's, I'm running 5 groups right now, and it's a lot of work. And this one hasn't been that successful. There was a lot of chaos going on within the team, and a lot of distractions in my personal life. And I think that I was I was in too many groups, but those are a lot of work. I think that it would be a great idea to pick a date for all of us to invite people into our groups. And then we really, I mean, actually the Team Relentless group, I think you all would agree, is a lot of great information and positivity, but I think that'd be a great thing to do. That way we don't have to do any extra content. That way we don't have to do anything. We just invite 3 people, all of us invite 3 people to join our team page from Monday through Thursday. Because we all know that there's that building of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday's payday. Thursday is recognition, and especially like now with all these rank advancement runs, and now people are so focused. Like we're seeing a lot of changes in the group. Then that's not a lot of work. And what Jessica was saying is that she just basically tells everyone to watch that video about the Team Beachbody. It's under, I don't know what tab it is. Hold on, let me look, because I want to be able to tell you. So, because if you haven't seen it, because I send this to a lot of people, so if you haven't seen it, I want you to watch it, because this is what I send to a lot of people. And I did actually post it on the day 1 of the Team Relentless. Is it from me? Oh, Ryan, what are you doing? For what? Share sharing. I don't know if y'all can see this. English, video library English, and then I think it is Team Beachbody. Shit, where's that? I think it's Beachbody Challenge. What? Success. Maybe this is it. Aha! There it is. Right here. If you go to, where's the short version? They're saying it says short version. Okay. There's one that makes. Is this it? Yeah, that's it. So it's right here. If you go into the video library and then you go to Team Beachbody and then overview, it's a video, because it used to say it was like the short version or something, but it doesn't say that anymore. So that is a good video, and I think it's on. No, I know it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Where was that first post? I think there's a YouTube link in here. I got so many things going on, I can't remember anything anymore. Oh, this thing's, I'm not going to share anymore because it makes it too slow. Oh, no. Oh, I can't get you guys back. Oh, there you are. Okay. So, can you see me? Are we right, or are we still doing the screen share? No. Okay, we're good. Okay, so I was thinking, I don't know if we can take a vote. Can everybody see me? Can everybody see me? I'm muting you because I can't see anybody. Or do we freeze? Can you see me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, now I can see you. Okay, so anyways, I don't know, we can discuss this in the group right now, but like I thought that might be a good idea, is that pick like, what is the date? Like the first week in December. Look at the date. Yeah, like maybe, I don't know if that's enough time, because we're kind of, maybe like December 8th through the 11th, invite people into our group. That gives us 2 weeks to do it. And then you invite them in, and then we really all, whenever I say, hey, everybody, are you going to listen to the National Wake Up Call on December, when I post on Sunday, blah, 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 is going to be the speaker on December 8th on the Wake Up Call. And then everybody, instead of seeing like 50 people see it and then 5 people like it, people will be like, yeah, I'm so excited or something, like, really amp it up. But then we allow people to come in so they see what's going on. It's not staged. And then they, get to see what's going on. This isn't something, and this is one thing that Jessica was saying, is that you invite people that you think would be coaches and that have something that's holding them back. And then you show them that video that I was sharing. It's like 7 minutes, because if somebody watches that and then they're good, that they're pretty interested. They're not just going to say, yeah, because I had a lot of people in the Team Relentless Is It Me group who said they would be, interested in it. I put them in, and it says, if you go on a computer, how many people have seen it. And I look on there and they haven't even seen it. So I think they were just saying yes. So you don't want to just get a yes and then have people who don't want to go through it. So if they watch the video, then, to me, that kind of signals that they have some interest if they're going to give up 7 minutes of their life. And then when they watch the video, kind of ask them, did that appeal to you? And then we put them in the group. And then we put them in there from the 8th to the 11th, and then figure out what we want to do. And then, then we start a new week. It gives them time to sign up. We're halfway through the month, so we can, get them signed up for, Success Club points or whatever you're wanting to do. And then just do this as a trial run. So I guess let's talk about this in the group afterwards, but I did want to suggest that. There is another thing that I want to do. There's a Beachbody coach opportunity PowerPoint slide thing. I just started to get really comfortable with PowerPoint. Well, no. Not even comfortable. I got acquainted with it when Louise and I did the 3 Vital Behavior training on the 8th. My stepdaughter is going to be here for several days. So on my list is to have her show me how to use it, because with that, I can do instead of these, like Melissa Galmay and I've done it, and Robin, and we've done these coach opportunity things where it's just sharing our stories, but it's not really a clear, concise stuff. So I have this PowerPoint that I got from corporate that they gave us when I went to leadership to use to host a coach opportunity call. So my plan is to start implementing that in January. December is kind of going to be touch and go, because people aren't really, it isn't, now is the time of the year that we focus on health. People aren't so big on weight loss and business things, and they're distracted by the holidays. So I'd rather just maybe do it in January, but then maybe the last leaders call that we do together at the end of the year, right before Christmas, maybe we could do a trial run of it together, and you guys could be my audience and like my guinea pigs, which you guys have been my guinea pigs for 3 years now, or some of you have, so sorry. So I thought about doing that. I like your feedback on that. And, just the biggest thing is I want to see a lot of you have teams. Chris has a huge team. Melina has 6 coaches, and Louise has 8 coaches, and Melissa Galway has 10 or 12 now. So, I'd like you guys to start getting comfortable with hosting team calls. And so I want to start co-hosting team calls with you guys, so then I can kind of release you into your own, because as you can see, sometimes I'll tell you that there's a Diesel Nation call, but I've broken off on my own. Doesn't mean that I'm not part of Diesel Nation. Doesn't mean that I don't appreciate what they do. Doesn't mean that I don't value them. But I have such a big team that I can't be reliant on my upline anymore. It's my own team. And so I'm not going to just say, here, guys, go out in the wild and figure it out on your own, but this is how you do it. And this is how you're going to connect, because, some of you have teams that are really close to me, and others don't really know who I am. So you can just say, Mindy has been a call all day long, and it doesn't mean anything, but it comes from you, and you know their personalities, and this is going to teach you how to speak, because I know that Dana and Elena want to do a Super Saturday. So when you start learning to speak, even if it's on a video conference call, it's going to build your experience and your confidence. So I want you to start doing that. So we're going to close. Let's discuss this, I want to hear your feedback about letting people in from December 8th to 11th. I want to see lists of people that you think that you could invite in. We'll keep them in for those days, and we'll give them the boot if they don't sign up as a coach. And they'll know that in the beginning, so it won't be that we're leaving them out or anything, but it gives them a glimpse. And I think that that's a better way of letting them in, and it's less work for all of us than having an extra group to run. And if they have any business questions, if you're in the Team Relentless, is it for me? Then you use that content I use to teach them that stuff. And then lastly, I'd like lists from you guys. And so this isn't just from you, because most of you, no, all of you know what the 3 vital behaviors are. Whether you do them consistently is not really, that's maybe another story. But I know all of you know what the 3 vital behaviors are. You know what needs to be done. And so essentially, find out from your team what is their struggle so that you can give me a list of topics so I know how to do calls accordingly. Because, you know, Dana said, and Cassandra and whoever, I don't know, who works with Cassandra? Kathy, Robin's coach. They were talking, they said, we really like more information on inviting. So boom, I got Lindsay Weiss on. So the thing is, I don't know what you're struggling, and I don't know what your team is struggling, and you may not know what your team is struggling with unless you flat out ask them. And so you can find out, you know, I told a coach today, well, ask this coach why they're, not working to get to Emerald. Are they scared of the responsibility? Are they scared of rejection? What are they scared of? And she was like, oh, I didn't really think about that. She's like, well, how do I ask them? And I was like, well, probably not asking like that because I might put them on the spot. But the thing is, if you ask them in a non-confrontational way or not putting on a spot way, like, hey, Mindy wants some topics and wants to know for feedback what you're struggling with, they're going to be more apt to answering you that way than if you say, well, what is your deal? What's holding you back? In my opinion. So your goal is I want to see lists of how many people you think would be cool for this 12, 8 to 11 group. And I want to get your feedback on that. And I want you to make sure that, and I'm going to do it too, is that you get and do the Shakeology review for Keyshawn, because we did promise her we would do it. And what did I just say? What was the other thing? Shit. I'll remember when I get off the call. My mind's just going a million ways. That's it. We'll do another call in 2 weeks. Hold on, let me think. What's it? 1, 2. Do another call, and then do you want to just do a call on the 16th then? And then I will practice with the coach opportunity thing then. So it's 3 weeks. Does that sound good? Okay. Then that will give me 3 whole weeks to figure out PowerPoint and kind of figure out this coach opportunity thing. And we'll do like a mock run of it. Yeah. Okay. Does anybody have anything? I'm looking at the chat here. So 7 on my team that are all interested. This is what I'm supposed to do then also. What do you mean, Sarah? You said I have 7 non-coaches. I'm going to unmute you just so I can. What were you saying now?
Just that, would those be like the people that I invite for that 8 to 11?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, yeah, I have 7 people that are all just like, I'm just waiting for the money kind of thing. So.
Okay. Yeah. Let's discuss this more in the group. I'm going to set up another event invite and I'm going to bed. If we're wanting to get on the Push to Diamond call, that's tomorrow night from 8:30 to 9. There's still time left. I have a list of all my people that I'm working with, and don't give up. It's till the bitter end. So that's it. Have a good night, everybody. Oh, hold on. Let's take a picture. Hold on. Hold on. Just a second. I gotta close out the window. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. Good people. See ya.